Ah yes, the Ferrari 360 Spider. A car that looks like it was sculpted by angels and whispered into existence by Enzo himself. True mid-engine, naturally aspirated, loud enough to make little boys cry, and grown-ass men suddenly reconsider their life choices. The lines, the sound, the drama. It is, quite simply, beautiful. But I can't afford one, so I'm 3D printing it, layer by layer, because dreams are expensive. And plastic, well, it's cheap. As you know, I love 90s and 2000 sports cars, and what better than a Ferrari 360 Spider? Look at that. Look at those lines. All aluminium body. But you know what? Didn't come with a front clip. Absolutely nothing. So that's why I've been printing the front clip. Look at that. It's amazing. It's amazing what technology can do these days. This is like 2 weeks worth of printing. And I've got 2 printers going. So strap your ass in, smash that like button, and this is the first ever budget Ferrari 360 Spider build. Alright, so I'm going to show you a few of the 3D printed pieces. I'm actually printing right now. That's one piece. I've got that in one room. And you come over here. I've got that in the other. So before we get into that, I want to explain to you, like, step by step, like what I actually did, how I actually got to this point. I've probably been 3D printing for probably a year or so, and it's been a really, really steep learning curve. There's so much to learn, really, and I've actually got 2 printers, 2 exact same printers. This is the Neptune 4 Plus, and this particular printer actually has a very large build volume for the price. You can probably pick them up for about $700 now. I actually got my first one on sale, and it was I think it was only about $450 or $400. That was a year ago. Now I actually got the second printer. This is the first one. I actually got the second one over there. The guy actually had made some mistakes, and he didn't know what to do with the printer. He just got rid of it. He was selling 9 rolls, I think 9 or 10 rolls of filament for $20 each, $200 for the whole thing. So and the printer included. So it was like essentially a free printer. So I jumped on that. I drove all the way there, ran out of battery on the way. Anyway, whatever. I got it. So I got 2 printers going, and I got these are pretty loud. So I got these going like pretty much as soon as I wake up until I sleep. So this is part of the front bumper. Okay, so I actually got this car off a friend of mine. He runs a very successful business. I don't know whether he wants to be named, but I'll ask him anyway. Not that it really matters. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, probably about 20 pieces right there. So for rolls of filament. Now I'm using the cheapest filament possible, PLA, because I'm actually not going to be using this. I'm actually just going to be using it as a mold, right? So this here and this probably cost about $250 Australian, a filament, and I'm yet to find out how much electricity it is, but I might be surprised. Who knows? Anyway, so this is just going to be a mold. Now it's just to put into comparison, a front clip for a 360 Spider, you're talking fenders, not the bumper, just 2 fenders, and then it's actually joined. Like this thing is joined right in the middle. You're actually talking about 6,000 US, the cheapest I saw, and that is not including shipping to Australia. And so this is why I've decided to do this. And so what I do, I print out each part, and then I come here. Check this out. So I just melt. Check this joint out. Oh, not this one. It's not that pretty. Look, this one. So I actually melt them together with a soldering iron, and it's very easy to do. It's much quicker than using glue or anything like that. And just hold it and it's instantly sets, and it's strong. So make sure you do the front and the back. So I'll check out the back. Now the other thing that I did to save time while 3D printing was that in the program I actually used, so I've been talking to a guy in the UK who 3D printed his own supercar, and he actually told me to use 5% infill because I was using 15%. So the infill is the amount of like structure inside. I think that's what it means, right? So I've used cubic, which is a pretty good infill. Like it's pretty quick and it's pretty strong. So what I did, I used 3% infill with this one. And so each piece probably takes on average like 8 to 12 hours. Like a big piece, like something like that, for instance, that was probably about 12-13 hours. But a smaller piece like this would have been like, 8 hours or so. So what I do, I just wake up, load in the files and then print. And then the next day I'll just glue them all together. Now I want to talk about this car. Check this out. All right. So no front clipper, you saw before. Okay, I'm getting distracted here, but these sockets are pretty good. eBay sockets. Anyway, so check this out. I've actually put this mat here on this. So I bought this. Oh, look at that. Beautiful glass. So you can see the engine. Now, this is not the original engine. This is the LS1, of course. I like to LS everything. And then, all right, look in here. So we got the LS1 trans adapter to the Porsche gearbox. And it lines up pretty well with the axles. So we got that in there. And it actually runs. There's another video showing the debacle and all the bad things that happen. But yeah, check that one out as well. Anyway, this is just an overview, and I'll get into more details about the 3D printing and the build later.